Hello friends, welcome back. In a previous video we have studied about the polynomials and the kinds of polynomials. In this video we will study the coefficients and remainder theorem and factor theorem. So first of all we will start with the coefficients. So in English, what the word coefficient actually mean? So in English the coefficient means the partner or the sathi. So for the coefficients, if we will write a polynomial x to the power 4 plus x cube plus 2x plus 1. So we will find the coefficient of x to the power 3 if. So we will take the term of x to the power 3 whole term. So the term is this, and if we put also 2 also here, so then the coefficient will be what? We will just only erase this x cube and we will find what it is left, plus 2. So the coefficient of x to the power cube is plus 2 or simply 2. Okay, but if we find the coefficient of x to the power 4. Now, if we erase this x to the power 4, what is it left? It is minus 2. So now the coefficient will be minus 2. Okay, understand? And if we take like there is no coefficient, and if we erase the x and nothing is left, then nothing is there means 1 is there. The coefficient of x will be 1. And now if we want to find out the coefficient of x to the power 5. So there is no x to the power 5 here. So the coefficient of x to the power 5 will be 0. Simply. Let's take another example. That pi upon 2 x cube plus under root 3 x square plus 4x plus 2 upon 3. Okay, so this is the polynomial. Now, what is the coefficient of x cube? Simply it is pi upon 2. Now x square, simply root 3. It is plus root 3, but we write simply root 3. X, it is 4. We can find the coefficient of 2 upon 3 also. And it is 2 upon 3, the coefficient is 1. Simple. We just find out the coefficient of variable. But we can also find out the coefficient of numerical, or we can also, like if this is x cube, under root 3 x cube, if we want to find the coefficient of under root 3, then we will erase the under root 3 and we can denote that the coefficient of under root 3 is x cube. Now, we have studied about the coefficients. Now, what is the coefficient of every term is 0? So, if it is 0x cube plus 0x square plus 0x plus 0. Now what will this polynomial be called? Obviously if every one is 0, so this is 0 polynomial, because the degree of every term is 0. So if it is 0, then the polynomial is said to be 0 polynomial. Okay. Now, if there is an equation x plus 1. Now, how we find the 0 of this equation? So this is x and this is plus 1. It is plus 1. If we want to make this equation 0, we have to minus 1 from this. So we have to find the number which will make this equation 0. Okay. Now if we will place -1 in place of x, now -1 plus 1 we will be cut, it will be 0. Okay. Now the easy method to understand this x plus 1 will be, this is plus 1. Now if plus 1 will go there, x will be equal to -1. Okay, so the 0 of x plus 1 will be -1. Understand? Now we are going to study factor theorem and the remainder theorem. Okay, first of all we will study the remainder theorem. So in the remainder theorem, let's first take a polynomial 4x cubed plus 3x square plus 2x plus 3. Now the divisor will be like, we will take x plus 4. So now let's divide this number. First time it will go with the 4x square. Now 4x square will be 4x cube and it will be 4 for the 16x square. Now change the signs, this will be cut. Now 3x square minus 16x, it will be minus 13x square plus 2x. Now again it is x, we will take by minus 13x. Minus 13x multiplied by x, minus 13x square and minus 13 for the 52x. Okay, change the signs. Now changing, you can see that it's cut, and 52 plus 2, 54x. Okay, now plus 3. Now we will take by plus 54, that will be 54x plus 54 multiplied by 4, 216. This is plus, this will be minus, this will be minus, this will be cut, but this is a, can see that it will come minus 213. Okay, so this comes. After a long division, the remainder is minus 213 and the quotient is 4x square minus 13x plus 54. Understand? Now we will do the same thing by remainder theorem. Like we have studied how to find out the 0 of an equation. So we find out the 0 of this divisor. So this is x plus 4 is equal to, it is equal to 0, and if you will take x is equal to minus 4. Now what we are going to do is, this was 4x cubed, we will write this equation here also, 4x cubed plus 3x square plus 2x plus 3, and here it is x is equal to minus 4, we will put the value of x. 4 multiplied by minus 4 whole cube plus 3 multiplied by minus 4 whole square plus 2 multiplied by minus 4 plus 3. Okay, now 4 was 16, 16 was 64, but this sign will be of minus because it is cube, plus 3 multiplied by 4 was 16, sign will be of plus because it is square. Now minus 8 plus 3. Okay, now 64 minus 64 multiplied by 4, minus 256. Okay, plus 16 is a 48 minus 8 plus 3. Okay, now if we do it, it will come 208 minus 208 minus 8 plus 3. Now it will come minus 230, and this is the same remainder here. Understand? So we have done a long division to find out the quotient, but if you want to find out the remainder, we can find out by using this method. This is called the remainder theorem. Okay. Now we have studied about the remainder theorem. Now we are going to study the factor theorem. So in the factor theorem, if it is a polynomial px, okay, we will not write the value of the px, and this is a divisor of px, which is pa. This is also a polynomial. Okay, if pa is equal to 0, then x minus a is the factor of px, which means polynomial x. This means if we divide this from this, the remainder will come 0. And if we can see that if we find out the 0 of x minus a, it will be x plus a, or x is equal to a. Okay, so we will put a everywhere and it comes 0, which means the number from which we have divided is the factor of the polynomial x. This is the only factor theorem. And if px is the factor of x minus a, obviously pa is equal to 0. Understand? So if you want to find out that whether px is the x minus a is a factor of px or not, you simply didn't do anything. If we can see, if we take polynomial px is equal to 4x square plus 3x plus 1. Okay, if this is an equation or a polynomial px is equal to this and pa is equal to something, can be anything. Okay, we didn't know that pa is equal to 0 or not. So if we didn't know that pa is equal to 0, we can also cannot prove that the x minus a is a factor of this. So for this there are two ways. The first, we divide it by like division method, and then if the remainder is 0, it is a factor, and the remainder is not 0, it is not a factor. Or the other way is like we have did in the remainder theorem, as we didn't done a long division, but we simply put the value of a. Understand? So if we give the value of a is x minus 2, okay, now the 0 of x minus 2 will be 2, x is equal to 2. Now we will put the value of 2. Okay, so multiply by 2 plus 1, so 4 4 16 plus 3 to the 6 plus 1, so we can simply say that it will be 16 plus 6 22 plus 23. Okay, this is a non-zero, which means x minus 2 was the divisor, which means x minus 2 is not the factor of this equation. Now if we will take any other divisor or any other, you can say, equation of polynomial x, and if the remainder comes 0, as we have did in the remainder theorem also, that remainder can come, any remainder can come by putting the value, so the remainder will be the same which we will obtain from remainder theorem. In the last we have it comes, I think, minus 213, so it is minus 213 and the remainder was also minus 213, right? So the value and remainder was same. So here it is 23, and if we divide it from x minus 2, this will come 23 only. The remainder will be 23 only. So just to shorten that the long division, we have did this. So if it comes 0, it is a factor. We already know that if we divide a number from any other number, and if the remainder comes 0, then that number is the factor of the dividend. Okay, Understand?